I don't know why my audio did not work on these clips, but we got our special carriers manufacturing suspension parts in the mail. And so it's just kind of an unboxing. I want to show you these massive upgrades we're fixing to do to the suspension on this RZR because the factory A-arms and tie rod ends are a bit weak. So we ordered a complete setup through special carriers. So I'm going to try to unbox this stuff. I was just really impressed with the packaging and the overall product in general. So I want to let this run just because I want you guys to see the difference in comparison. And this is going to be a complete install video that if it interests you anyway. Look at that massive tie rod. That's a solid piece of billet aluminum. It's not hollow. It's solid piece and massive tie rod ends. We went with a Heim joint setup on everything versus ball joints. So this should be a pretty well bulletproof buggy time we get done building it. But those Heim joints out there are 4 times stronger than the stock. And the tie rod itself is just massive compared to that little flimsy, hauled out piece of aluminum the factory uses. And that was the main purpose behind this. The main motivation with this build was to lose the cheesy factory tie rods and the rear radius arms. And I went to Carpenter Cove the other day. Just look at this massive radius rod. That is beefy material. This is what they call the extreme duty setup. Those factory radius rods are just thin, hollow pieces of aluminum, and you bend them real easy like a pretzel on a rock. And this extreme duty radius rod from Extreme Carriers Manufacturing, guaranteed for life. You won't bend that. You'll break the rock before you bend that, or something else will break. And we want the complete Heim joint on the rear as well, so it gives us complete adjustability on our cast and camber. Nice stickers. You guys just skip to the 3-minute mark if you want to get down to the nitty gritty of the installation with the real audio, and skip this unboxing. But these A-arms we're fixing to pull out are just massive, heavy duty, guaranteed not to break. I guarantee. Alright, so I'm here putting these special carriers rear links on. I didn't video much of the process. I keep forgetting video, but difference in the hind joints versus the factory rubber bushing. This is what the factory looks like. And then we go with this big massive Heim joint here and the metal bushings up there. So it's a bit of a job. Here's the difference. That's an upper one, and that's the factory lower. So should be a little beefier. And got a little arch to it, not much, but I didn't want high clearance. I just wanted the beefier part. All right, see ya. Okay, well there it is. I got the rear links on. I'm pretty sure it's all good to go. Everything's tightened up. Don't know what the torque specs are, but them things right there were so stinking tight. You had to put your foot on the ratchet bar to get it to come out. And so I think it was too tight. So I tightened them up just shy of how tight they was. I don't think they'll go anywhere. That was ridiculous how tight they was. So there you go. Put the tires back on her. Get off the jack stands, and the rear is done. Next will be the front. Let's get back at it. Alright, so we got the rear done. And tires, if they look crooked, y'all, they will settle down once we get the suspension back in its original condition. Because we measured and everything is right. But once we get done, we'll make sure the tire is true up and down. I think it is. So now we're going to take the rear part and get the A-arms put on and the tie rod ends, or tie rods put on it. Get rid of this cheesy. That's a weak point right there. And these right here are all weak as well. So we're getting rid of all these ball joint top, these ball joints and these tie rod ends, and going with rear links like we did on the rear. Should be about 4 times stronger. And she should be good to go then for rough, fast trail riding on rocky terrain and hold up and survive. So front's a bit more work. I'll take the hub and everything off. I think. No, maybe not. I'll just take this off, take that off. So we don't have to take the hub off. Just got to take the brake shut off. So it might not be as bad as we think. Yeah, that's going to be pretty easy actually. Same as the rear. All right, good deal. Way to go. Take those off up there. Yeah, it should be a pretty easy job. Take a shock loose. Hang it up out of the way. Yeah. Piece of cake, man. Piece of cake. Okay, bye. Okay, so getting ready to start to tear down on the front of the machine. Replace all these factory. I hit that pretty good. Might have a little curve in it. Yeah, both of them pretty good riding the other day, so I'm surprised they held up. Those things are thin. Alright, so we're going to take it apart and change all that. Get rid of all these weak components, put these big massive special carriers manufacturing on there. Getting rid of the ball joints and going heim joints, and even on the tie rod end. That was the main purpose. This whole bill was this right here is a super link, weak link. This right here, do a lot of rock bouncing and rough, fast riding. That usually fails, and then these will fail. Bending on, if you jump or hit a rock just right, those just fold up like a pretzel. And then these right here, these ball joints, they usually last 300 to 500 miles. Well, it depends how you ride. And run these big 32s. That's a stressor, so we're going to change that out and put that big heim joint in there, and it'll be a lot, at least 4 times stronger. I mean, look at that. These pins right here go through there. That pin right there, see that? Goes down there, and that's a pretty solid piece. No more rubber. Okay, bye. Okay, so I don't remember what my last update was. Got everything torn apart and got the tie rod off. I put it all back. Everything's lined up good. This one bolt right here is giving me a little bit of a fit, so it's hard to pry down and get the bolt in by myself. That's the last bolt I got to get, so I'm gonna go get me a pry bar and get that down there. It don't like much. I need pry bars. I'm gonna go buy some pry bars. I gotta go to town and get some red Loctite to put in these hind joints. But I'll tell you what, the special carriers manufacturing is some good quality deals, man. So I want to definitely put their stickers on my back window there, because they built some good stuff. They even got their rear links done yesterday. Get that all in there. So I got trailing arms coming. He's gonna make me a good deal on these trailing arms. So we'll call him a sponsor, and I actually hit those on the steps at the waterfall, and hopefully got that on video. So we'll go with some high clearance special carriers manufacturing trailing arms. They'll be here next week. But anyway, let's go get some let's go get a pry bar so we can pry down that and get that thing in there. See ya. Okay, so that side is all put back together. The only thing we haven't done yet is red Loctite these and get them tightened up. And we're gonna do all that once we get ready to start the alignment and the camber. 'Cause we might be off, but until we get the tires back on it and get it situated, and we'll cinch all that down. I think that's how you do it. That's how I'm going to probably do it. I may tighten them up just a little bit more, because I can always take that back out and then Loctite it and put it back. So going to start on the other side now. So that's the factory set, and that's the special carriers manufacturing set. A whole lot more beef to it. So I think we're going to like it. We're adjustable here, and we're adjustable there. So we got lots of room for future cast and camber adjustments, and a massive tie rod that should never go anywhere. Pretty impressive stuff. All right, let's get back at it. Okay, I'm about done playing with it. I want to get her tightened up, put it back together. I already tell my tie rods are pigeon-toed. We'll get some tires on it, and because we can do that adjustment through here, just loosen that, turn that on each end. So that'll be an easy fix. Got the camber set right with these here, and that one up there. But this right here is our main, what we use to adjust it. So we get all this tightened up, put the wheels back on it. Call her good there, Rudgy. Let's get on it. Check that out, guys. Finished product. Holy mackerel. I scratched that up putting a wrench on that a while ago. Unbelievable. Those aluminum bars. Man, that turned out nice, did it not? That's a lot beefier. Oh yeah. That should hold up. We got her together. So now we got to do an oil change. It's the very first service. It has 25 hours on it. So we'll get its first oil change done, and it should be ready to go to Windrock this weekend. So this build is almost complete. Got a complete factory setup here if anybody wants to buy it there, or I might keep it in case we ever roll this thing down a mountain and total it. And we'll put this expensive stuff off, put this factory stuff back on it, and let the insurance company have it. You know, it's a lot of work to change all that. I don't know. And we'll see when that time comes. Hopefully that time does not ever come. All right, we're out of here. Let's go Chattanooga and get some dinner. I am hungry. See ya.